Hi everybody! Welcome back to This is the Police. Apologies this week. There have been a few gaps in my content schedule owing to the fact that I've been playing lots of World of Warcraft with my good friend Lewis. We've been doing it all together and it's taken up lots of my days. It's been very fun, but I'm always glad to get back to this too because I'm enjoying doing this as well. But again, I am sorry that occasionally a video doesn't go out. I just don't have enough time in a day sometimes, especially if I'm playing WoW for like 12 hours a day, which is another thing I enjoy. And I hope you're enjoying it too. It's been really good. Anyway, back to this. The Freiburg Tribune is saying that the park is to host a bake-off, which is going to be fantastic for everybody concerned. The Golden Bird is reporting that not enough plots at City Cemetery. I guess the Golden Bird is staying true to their massive downer news. Just making everybody feel really shitty about themselves by constantly mentioning the murder rate and death rate in this city, Freiburg. And then the fact, Freiburg's #1 paper to directly counter the Golden Bird, of course, reports that photographer films UFO in the suburbs, which is actually not a really feel-good story, not up to the usual standard of the fact. Freiburg's #1 paper, but anyway. Is day 25. So today I think we need to do some missions for the Sands to get them in the lead, and then for the next McCoy. Jesus! I drank too much. I don't think I can hold it together today. Can I go home? McCoy? No, you can't. You have 470 professionalism. What are you doing drinking? Okay, yeah. You know what? You can go home. That's fine. And we're going to fire you before you do anything stupid at work. Can we fire now? No. Okay. Anyway, Shift A is down 1 McCoy. It's currently operating at 100% less McCoy than usual, but I think we'll be okay. We have Tar over from Shift B working today. He was also drunk the other day, but he seems back on good form now. And of course, we also have Team Asia, which is now down 1 Kochi. We're going to have to find somebody to fill in. Oh, no, wait, hang on a second. This is not the shift with Team Asia in it. What am I talking about? This is Ping Chin, Robbins, Vandal, Little, Grant. This is Lakewood's old shift. Rip in peace, he's gone. Well, he's not actually dead. He went to become a monk after we let a monk into the police station and swayed him. He would have been here doing the good police work, but he's gone now. Anyway, he's been replaced with Darnell, who looks like some sort of terrorist. And, of course, we still have Birch Jr., who we're just hanging on to for the LOLs. So that's good. Anyway, let's start. Shift A, day 25. Let's kick things off with something new. Let's listen to some Beethoven. My favorite dog. Remember Beethoven and Beethoven's second and, is the dog Beethoven, and it had babies and made a lot of movies? Really good. Really good dog. Anyway, here we go. Oh, yes. So sophisticated. Oh, and intense as well. This is exactly what we need for day 25 of This is the Police. Anyway, how are we going to start today? Who knows? Nothing has happened yet. It's 8 o'clock. There's been a fight at Kevin's Throat Bar at 8 o'clock in the morning. How? It's crazy. A bar fight broke out after the bartender refused to serve 2 particularly drunk men. Alright, fine. Chin? No. Robbins? You get out there. And let's take the Little Huang combo out there as well. Look, we're sending three dudes. Well, sorry, 2 dudes and 1 dudette. They all have stripes, and they're all fairly professional. So hopefully they're going to get out here and they're going to stop this bar fight. How the hell do we have 62 grand in the bank? It's insane. Alright, the Sands need some help. We are going to help the Sands today. We found the apartment of one of the leaders of Vargas's punks. We're going to end this thing ourselves, but there's bound to be some gunplay. It would be good if the police took charge of the situation once the dust settles. Darnell, Birch Jr., you got it. Jesus. We're sending our worst dudes out to do that. They never progress because of the way that we use our worst dudes. But there you go. 2 large angry men are fighting in the corner of the bar. We could tase them, we could watch and wait until they exhaust themselves, or we could try to separate them. I think we just take the safe route and tase them. Sweet. Robbins, Little, Huang, 2 tased men, and looks like the case is closed. Excellent. We've done well. Do we need to check our pending investigations? We have 9 frames for this theft. Let's take a look quick. So we think it's going to be this guy based on the fact that we actually have more frames with this guy. But, I mean, any of these could actually work as well. And it could be that it's like a double. Like, it looks like possibly the janitor is just doing his work. And meanwhile, all of this stuff is happening. So, like, it could be something like this. Then he switches, like, the power off. And then the janitor's doing his work. And then... No, it couldn't be, right? Because the janitor left his cart, if I remember right. So I think we're still missing a frame. Alright, fine. What about this homicide? Are we anywhere closer? Oh yeah, we think the son did it. And then there's this other homicide where we think the son did it as well. But this is the different one. Oh, this is it. Oh, look. So apparently... there is a difference here. Look, this car is slightly lighter. Did we see? It was a black sedan. So it's going to be this one. It's a black sedan. Maybe they took the elevator first, and then they walked in, and then they did this, and then they opened the safe here. No. Okay, we're still definitely missing a frame there. And this is the one with the kid. Okay, fine. We're in good shape with our investigations. We just have to... Wait a second. Oh, yeah, that's right. We also lost, to Brito. We had to. We had to lose him, right? Because he was old. We had to fire all the old people. That's why we had to get rid. All right, Coleman. You're going to work on this one with Moser. You might as well. You're not doing anything else. There. We've got 2. We've got the Bunk McNulty across 3 different homicides or, like, investigations, which is great. All right, there's been a suicide threat. Whoa, hang on a second. We have to take care of this feast first. We've got Chef Mastroianni. Mr. Boyd, my catering company was preparing the 20th anniversary banquet for the Gallery of Modern Art, but the celebration was cancelled at the last minute. It would be unfortunate if such a mountain of food went to waste. I'm willing to offer it to you and your men for a modest fee. Don't you think your employees would love these delicious dishes? For $300? Hell yeah. Man, they're gonna love it. Alright. But before everybody eats, we have to deal with this suicide threat at St. John's Cathedral. A young man climbed to the top of the cathedral and is threatening to jump. A crowd of onlookers is gathered under the cathedral. Some of them recognize the man and say they're sure he won't jump. He's just had some bad acid and wants some attention. Nice. Well, I think Little and Huang can handle this one. It fits perfect. Look, there's 2 spots and there's 2 Little Huangs. Get out there. Get out there and solve the situation, or rectify the situation. You don't really solve a situation. Well, you can solve a situation, technically, I suppose. Oh my god, no. A robbery at the Octopus restaurant? Say it ain't so. A young woman attempted to leave the Octopus restaurant without paying. The waitress tried to stop her, but the girl punched her in the head and knocked her unconscious. Jeez. A guard tried to step in, but the girl disabled him with pepper spray. She then locked herself in the back room, where she can be heard beating something and shouting curses. You think she's just punching herself in the stomach? Because, like, she's so full of adrenaline and she has no other outlet for all of that energy and rage? Because, I mean, she did just knock somebody unconscious and pepper spray a dude as well. Alright, Robbins, Vandal, Chin, get out there. That leaves Grant and Wuggles. 2 people who do not like each other at all. Who might have to work with each other. Little Huang are nearly done with the suicide threat. We'll see how they did. I mean, they might be able to stop this man who's on. It's a false alarm. This isn't the first time that teenager Gordon Booker has drawn the attention of the police with such a performance. He was never really planning on jumping. So there was no suicide threat at all, and Little and Huang both have had their time wasted. Alright, Vargas, as much as we would like to do this for you, we're going to put the Sands in the lead, so we don't want to tie things up at the end of day 25 today. The Sands are going to take the lead, and then for the next couple of days leading up to day 28, we're going to do only Vargas stuff. Anyway, we've got a report on the robbery. It looks like Robbins, Vandal, and Chin managed to make it into the back room, find this woman punching herself, and take her ass downtown to Chinatown, or to the big time. They took her to the big time, where she's sort of recovering from her adrenaline and stuff. Christopher G. Sand. Some of our men ran into a bunch of punks on the street. We don't know if they're Vargas' people, but it would be good to get a couple uniforms on the scene just in case things go south. Alright, Darnell. Birch Jr., off you go. See, they're expendable, these guys, right? I mean, if Darnell or Birch Jr. get killed, who cares? Nobody's gonna miss them. They're both crazy. They both live alone. They don't have any family or anything. They don't have alcohol problems either, which is a miracle. But nobody's gonna miss them if they go. And we have a noise complaint to close things off on day 25. Man, this Beethoven music is fucking intense. It's gotta be said. Robert Wilson called to complain that his family can't get any sleep on account of the noisy neighbors. He says strange people are always coming and going. They take deliveries at all hours. Mr. Wilson has tolerated it for a long time and done nothing about it. But his son snuck out before bedtime and peeked through the neighbor's window. They swear they saw boxes of machine guns. Kids have such imaginations. They can come up with anything. But it might be best if you sent over an officer. Maybe ask them to keep it down at night. Alright. I mean, this could be a false alarm, but at the same time, there could be an arms dealer living next to Robert Wilson. So we're going to send out Little, Huang, and you know what? They're going to take Grant with them this time as well. All right, guys, go check it out. We got plenty of people back at the station just waiting to do stuff, so we can afford totally to send you guys out and deal with things. Oh, I thought that was the end of the day. It's not the end of the day. It just is a rainy day, well, evening. There's thunder and lightning, and everybody's feeling uneasy at the station because it's threatening to knock out the power. Oh, the situation is more serious than we thought. Requesting reinforcements. All right, let's get Robbins out there. Pink Chin, Vandal, Wuggles. You get out there too. Darnell, Birch Jr. We do not trust you guys enough to go out and do anything. Although, we could have gotten Darnell a couple of more man points, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't need those man points straight away. He'll be fine. He's going to be on Birch duty, doing Birch jobs with Birch Jr. Oh, shit, look at this. We got 2 new frames in this. Oh, we might be able to actually close this one off now. All right, so there's the stairwell. So they took the elevator. They did this, and then they left. And then they walked away after they left. So, like, maybe like that? No. Did they take the stairs, or did they take the elevator? And what is this? That's the building that they... I mean, where does this building go? I don't get it. So there's the black sedan. So this guy is working. These guys pull in at 4:01 in the afternoon, and then they take the stairs up. Okay, they don't take the elevator. Then they walk in here and they meet with her. Okay, and then they kill a guy. Or do they go like this? This is them leaving, right? So maybe that's this scene, then this, then that. And then they're walking, and then they do that? Or do they walk first? It's hard to tell. I have no idea why this is here. So a black sedan pull up to the building, and 2 men got out. They passed me. Okay! So hang on, is this a parking garage? So it pulls up. That's not a black sedan pulling up to the building, so that can't be right. But this could be a black sedan pulling up to the building and 2 guys getting out. Okay, fine. I heard the elevator, and I turned and saw 2 scary men. Okay, so she heard the elevator. So these guys took the elevator, and then this happened, right? It could have been a robbery. Elvis had a safe in his office. He did, indeed, yeah. Yes, I saw a couple of idiots where I actually learned about the incident later, and Elvis had his share of problems where he preferred not to talk to them. Okay, so the stairs thing I don't think is right. But this could be like this, then like that, and then we have like this, the safe, because this is the guy with the red going into the safe while the secretary, and then this guy's dead. So something has to have happened here, possibly. Maybe they took the stairs after. I have no idea. Okay, I think we're still missing 1 frame for this one, sadly. And we've got 3 new frames for this one where the mum has been killed. Wow, okay, this is looking promising now. So, she comes in. He knocks on the door. He starts yelling, okay? And then he leaves while she's yelling. And then she opens the door and starts yelling at the kid. And then the kid picks this up and hits her. No, he hasn't hit her yet. Okay, he's playing video games. She's yelling at him. Maybe she yells at him right after, and then he leaves. She closed the door. And then this, he picks this thing up. But that, like, what is this scene? It's so weird. With that green is her shirt, I think? So he picks it up and then hits her? Or is it like the other way around? I'm not sure. Wait, okay, so this is her opening the door. Yes! We did it! Perfect! John Kalis, the victim's son. He killed his mother because she made him stop playing video games. Shero, Tar, case closed, motherfuckers. That's great. Holy shit. They live in the ghetto? For real? No way. Oh my god. Peter Endere rents an apartment in the ghetto, where his nephew John Kalis is staying until his father returns home from a business trip. I see. All right, Darnell, Birch, you're the only guys left. You're going to have to go with Shero and apprehend this kid. What happened to Wuggles? Did Wuggles die? Oh, fuck, Wuggles died! Shit! It was some sort of... We found some automatic weapons. It turns out that there was an arms dealer operating in the suburbs, and Wuggles has died. And some civilians have died as well. And the guy got away, too. Holy shit. No way. Oh, all right, we're going to have to sell these automatic weapons. We're also going to, unfortunately, have to. Wuggles, we're not quite ready for you yet. We're not ready for you to go just yet. So we're just going to not declare you dead straight away, okay? Because we could really do with your salary. All right, and then there's the theft report as well. We found no new frames on this theft. Okay. All right, I think we're still waiting for frames on the other homicide and the other theft. But we solved the case of the boy killing his mom because she stopped him from playing video games. There's been a homicide report as well. And this is the son. Wow. Darnell and Birch Jr. both got 20 man points. And Shero is actually a pretty decent detective right now because we apprehended a kid. We were able to arrest all suspects. Fantastic. Wonderful. Okay, well, we did lose somebody. So the Sands are up by 2 now. We did 2 Sands jobs, which is fine. That means for the next couple of days, all we do is Vargas jobs. And then day 28 is apparently... Wuggles, you were great. Wuggles. We're going to delay the paperwork, unfortunately, because we do want your money. Because I think she was getting paid, like, pretty well. We'll just take our time before we declare it dead. Anyway, good job, everybody. Tar, you do not have to... you can stay on shift A so you can get some rest, and then we'll assign you back to shift B after. It turns out that detectives, we could just assign... We need some on hand to just pick up the initial call, but once they've done that, we can fart around with different detectives on different shifts to work the cases, so that's pretty good. Anyway, day 25, pretty good, except for Wuggles is dead, but... We're going to delay the paperwork and still cash in her salary checks, because why not? Which leads us into day 26. Holy shit. Freeburg Tribune, schoolgirl struck dead by lightning. Holy shit. The Golden Bird, confectionery reduces staff. Another bummer of a story. And the fact, Freeburg's #1 paper, legendary actor Paul Spagat giving masterclass in Freeburg. That's the fact, Freeburg's #1 paper I know and love. Damn, Paul Sagat. What was his name again? Jesus Christ. Anyway, here we go. Today, they're offering free admittance to all the museums in the city. I'm a big fan of art. Can I have the day off? Fuck no, Tar. I was up all night, couldn't sleep, and now I have this ringing in my ears. Can I take the day off? No! Jesus Christ, Gist. What the hell do you think this is? Some sort of preschool or something? A bit of ringing in your ears. Man up! This is Shift B, in the Western District of Freeburg. You need to get a grip, Gist. Anyway, we're ready to start the day. Do we want music today? No. You know what? We're going music free today. That Beethoven yesterday was so intense and actually almost gave me a headache. There's a black protest at City Hall. Federal law prohibits public gatherings close to municipal buildings. The blacks are planning a protest today in front of City Hall. Does it have to call them the blacks? I mean, this is a direct threat to the life of Mayor Rogers. Eliminate this threat by any means necessary. What the hell? Seriously? And look, even the icon is black as well. Gosh. Anyway, there's a black protest in the City Hall parking lot. About 100 black people have surrounded City Hall chanting, "We want attention." We have to send 4 officers, SWAT, and a paddy wagon, apparently. All right, SWAT, paddy wagon, you're up. We are going to send Team Spectacle out here, and they are going to be supported by the remains of Team Asia. Our best officers, more or less, but actually Shift B is pretty good. Steel is going to do all of our Vargas stuff, hopefully, maybe with God Bomber, and then we'll have McNamara, Platonic, Yancey, and Jorgensen to handle the rest, hopefully. This is a lot of officers for... It's a protest, but it's also labeled a riot, so I'm not sure what it is. Martin Stett, Jack, Mayor Rogers is misinterpreting the law in his favor. In fact, federal law allows public events near municipal buildings, including the mayor's office, provided the event is peaceful. We better cover our asses. All right, evidence against Ned Bucarica. We can plant some unpleasantness in some officers' safe. Say, a diary featuring segregationist ramblings and other extremist literature. We can even say he tried distributing white camellia publications to his colleagues. Fucking hell, for 21 grand? And we also have evidence against Christopher G. Sand. We can tamper with the answering machine at Jack's home, adding a message from the mafia, forcing the police chief to order racist attacks against the protesters under threats against Jack's family. I mean, we could do some evidence against Christopher G. Sand since we've sided with Vargas anyway. Or we could just throw Bucarica, who is not the head of Team Spectacles, it's got to be said. He's actually like the sidekick of Team Spectacles, because Gist is the guy with the stripes. So he's like the guy in charge or whatever. Do we shove Bucarica under a bus, or do we play the dangerous game with the Sands, who we're hoping to oust anyway? So this might actually further our cause against the Sands. I think we're going to tamper with the answering machine at Jack's home, adding a message from the mafia, forcing the police chief to order racist attacks against the protesters under threats against Jack's family. Let's do that for 21 grand and just hope for the best. Do you really want to buy this? Yes. Oh, man. I hope Bucarica... Okay, here we go. Our first Vargas job of the day. One of our friends hid a bag of explosives for us in the forest. We sent a couple guys in to retrieve it, but only one came back. And he had his tongue cut out. Better find out what happened to the guy. All right, Jorgensen, God Bomber, Steel. Off you go. We have some affairs to tend to as well on the labor market. We're going to need a replacement for Wuggles. Who do we want here? What are we missing? We don't want a geriatric, that's for sure. We don't want Jonathan Ross either. I mean, Jonathan, maybe a couple of years ago we would have, but maybe not so much now. Sharon Flowers, she's got 210 professionalism. She's a woman. She can replace Wuggles, possibly, and she's more professional than Wuggles. Fine. We're going to hire her for Shift A. There. Sharon Flowers, welcome aboard. We should have some income from dead Wuggles as well, which is quite nice, actually. Income from the grave. Nice. You've received the week's salary of your dead employees. Wuggles only made $350 a week. We're going to take the $350 for ourselves because we need to cover the cost of all that food that we got in the other day. I don't know if you remember it. We also got our own salary from City Hall, which is much more than Wuggles makes. I mean, it's insane how much more, actually, money we make than Wuggles. And the Mafia have sold our non-automatic weapon for $1,277, and we will share that with our staff just to keep them on side. All right. What do we want? Apparently, I can choose more than one of these, and I didn't realize. We want a new officer. We want a new detective as well, because we've been really good with City Hall recently. And we're also going to frame the Mafia as well. So City Hall should be pretty happy with us. Let's also request an upgrade for the SWAT team as well, but not a raise, because that might be pushing it too far. We're going to go for the big three: officers, detectives, and SWAT upgrade, because, I mean, if we could get them better equipment or whatever, that might be a good thing, right? Okay, here we go. We have a domestic problem. We have barely any officers. A call just came in from an elderly woman named Sarah Wilkinson. She's concerned about a baby crying and other shouts coming from her neighbor's houses. She's always known the child to be quiet and well behaved. Well, I don't know. Maybe Sarah Wilkinson doesn't realize that sometimes, babies can be kind of cryy and loud and stuff, and it does warrant every once in a while somebody going out into their backyard and screaming to the sky, "Serenity now." Anyway, we're going to send McNamara Jr. and we're going to send Yancey out there as well to check it out. All right, guys. Deal with this way. We're going to... Hey, look. What's up with the SWAT team? Are they getting an upgrade? Oh, no. Of course. They're at the... Suppress the protest by force? No. We're not going to suppress the protest by force, okay? We're just going to... we're going to have, like, a bit of a... We're going to stand there and we're going to look menacing, but we're not actually going to do anything, okay? Because we're not too sure about how we're going to handle this right now. There's a mass riot at the Moonlight Soccer Stadium. Jesus Christ. The SWAT team is out. We got to wait for the paddy wagon. We have no officers. All right, hold on a second. We're going to wait for most of our dudes to get back. The situation is more serious than we thought. Requesting reinforcements. All right, Platonic, you're going to have to get out there. Everybody is coming back from the big protest. So Platonic, you get out there and help, and hopefully the crying baby situation will be resolved. The paddy wagon is back. Team Spectacle, Team Asia, and Team Do Things for the Mafia are all back as well. Let's send them all out here to this mass riot. Okay, Gist, you got this. Bucarica, you're going out there. I hope you know what I've done for you. I didn't throw you under the bus. Team Asia, get out there as well. We're going to get Jorgensen out there too. And we're going to keep Godbomber and Steel back because we do need to do Vargas missions aplenty. It's a very delicate balancing act that we have to do here. Holy crap. Okay, I hope that's going to be enough officers. I don't know how the game works. I don't know if it just like takes in the total amount of professionalism or something to, to make up for it. There, see, look at that. We got a Vargas right away that needs 2 guys. Several of Sand's cars are following one of our couriers. The courier is driving around in circles trying to lose the tail, but Sand might overtake him if nobody steps in. Godbomber, Steel, off you go. Godspeed. Domestic problem? Offender caught? Officers unharmed? Civilians unharmed? Oh, man. That was a close one. I mean, it actually gave us the option of sending far more officers than just one Platonic, but it worked out fine in the end. Okay, that's 1 down. If these guys need some backup at the mass riot, we should be fine. I mean, we sent 5 officers to a mass riot. Smoke bombs have gone off throughout the stadium, and people are beating each other mercilessly. Fire into the air to scare the assailants. Rush into the crowd armed with tasers. Hit them with tear gas. All right, it's time to hit them with tear gas. This is like pretty typical police procedure, okay, in this sort of situation. The tear gas always comes out. You see it on TV time and time again. All right, it looks like this went off without a hitch. Jorgensen was there with the cannon firing the tear gas, and he was singing Black Flag songs. Meanwhile, Gist and Bucarica and Team Asia were there just holding it down, and the paddy wagon came in with some more Black Flag blaring, and the whole thing was just kind of crazy, but we managed to quell the riot. And now we have no officers to deal with the carjacking that's just occurred in the city center. But actually now we do. Great. Carjacking. City center. A woman called to report a carjacking. I was driving to work, stopped at a red light, and a man ran up to the car and pulled me right through the open window. Hurry. There's traffic jams everywhere. He couldn't have gotten far. All right, McNamara Jr., Platonic, Yancey, you're on. Here we go. We're sending our 3 best. That's right. I guess we could just refer to them now as Team the Best. Because we got like a whole bunch of different... Shift B is rich in teams, isn't it? We got Team Mafia, we've got Team Asia, we've got Team Spectacles, and we have Team The Best now as well, who've already handled this carjacking. They were really quick, they got a little bit more professionalism, and we're going to completely ignore the Sands' need for help from now on. We're just going to go... We're going full Vargas now until day 28. And hopefully, Vargas will win the gang war, and we won't have to duck and dive in between itself. The mayor himself. Oh, shit. Jack, you swore an oath of service to the city. If you can't keep your promises, we won't keep ours. What the hell? I don't want to, like, further riots. Jeez. And there's some vandalism in the suburbs as well. Retiree Samantha Rendon was looking out her window when she saw 2 young girls break the window of a nearby house, then paint the words traitor and cunt on the wall. Holy crap. All right. We're going to have to send out Team Spectacle for this one, okay? Gist is an expert in deciphering graffiti. And Bucarica also has spectacles, so he must be good at reading graffiti as well. And that's why we're sending these 2 guys. We can't send Team Asia. They're both women, and women do not like the word cunt, okay? I mean, most men don't like the word cunt either. It's a terrible word to use. You should use it very sparingly, I think. And to write it on a wall, I think Bucarica and Gist are the best to handle that situation. Anyway, they're back. They managed to decipher the graffiti, and they managed to catch the perp, and we're good. And we just have another SANS call here that we're just going to ignore through day 26. So that should put Vargas now in line with the SANS. It's a tie game, and hopefully Vargas will just pip him at the post at the end. We got 3 new frames. Oh, we might be able to do this. We might be able to do this. Oh, look at this. Okay, so the black sedan turns up outside of the building. Then 2 guys get out, and then they walk from the building or to the building. So these are them walking away from the building, right? And then this happens, and then that happens. Wait, what's the difference with this one and this one? Oh, that one's holding a gun. I see. He was not holding a gun. Miss Bronk didn't see any weapons, so it's this one without the gun. This guy's holding ungun. Is this them walking to the building or from the building? I can't tell. And then they're in here taking from the safe? Is that got in their way? Could have been a robbery. Elvis had a safe. I'm not sure if this is right, actually. I think maybe it could be... Whoa, why is this guy walking away now holding his coat? Yeah, I saw... I actually learned about the... Mr. Hall. Black said 2 men, 1 in a raincoat. 2 men, 1 in a raincoat got out. They passed me without saying anything. Okay. Mrs. Bronk heard the elevator and turned and saw 2 scary men. Miss Fitter said it could have been a robbery. Elvis had a safe in his office. Yes, I saw a couple of idiots, but I don't remember what time it was. Actually learned about the incident later. I don't know if maybe we don't need this one here. Is this them leaving? It's got to be them leaving, right? So it would make sense for this to be like that, and then maybe like that. That's them leaving their car. So the car pulls up. They come out. They take the elevator up. They speak to the woman. Then they break into the safe, and then they leave with the suitcase. And then now this guy's dead. Or maybe they leave like this without anything. It's hard to tell, actually. So the guy in the red jacket does not have a suitcase at any point. But then when he's walking, it looks like walking away from the building, he's got a suitcase. Or is this them after the car? So it could be something like this instead. The elevator here. Or maybe this. He had a raincoat. Was he wearing the raincoat? He didn't have a weapon. That's a black sedan. So it pulls up outside the building. They get out. Then they walk into the building. They use the elevator. She's on the phone. And they're scary. And then they do a robbery whilst she's watching, by the looks of it, which wasn't reported, actually. So maybe this is not a thing. So maybe it's like... Oh, maybe it's like this. Then they leave, and they walk away. But look, they're going down the stairs here, but that guy's not wearing a... He's not carrying a brief... I don't know. It's weird, because you think that, like, she would have said in her account... she saw 2 scary men. Didn't see the weapons, but they made it clear they'd kill me if I got in their way. All right, so maybe this does happen. Okay, and then they leave. Or they leave. With a suitcase this time. And he's dead. Oh, fuck me, I don't know. It's like, it's really weird. Maybe that's wrong? That should be right. Maybe it's this? I'm sure I've tried that. Wait. I didn't want to do that. No. That. And then like that. Or like that. There's no stairs involved. There's no weapon involved. Was it definitely a black sedan? Yeah. I saw a black sedan pull up to the building and two men, one in a raincoat, got out. So this guy's wearing the raincoat. And he's still got a raincoat there. And he's got his jacket. But maybe he took his jacket off to walk into the building. But then he's there with the... So he didn't. But we can't see if he's got a briefcase. But his arm is straight, so maybe he's holding a... Fuck, I don't know. God damn it. Anyway, we have no new frames for this one either. Who's working this case? For goodness sake. Alright, so this is him walking away. So this is him getting the bag from the cart, right? The garbage bag. So he switches off the power. This guy is doing some work in the bathroom. Or maybe this guy is just sitting here reading his book or something. Or maybe this guy did it. Oh man, it's so hard to tell. Maybe they were working oh shit. Maybe they were working together. Look, so he's cleaning up. He turns it off. Then this guy breaks in. And then he does the deed and hands off to this guy who then... No, that can't be right. We need more frames for this one too. Fuck me. Jeez. I wish that other one made more sense. Or maybe it's just like a really obvious frame that we're missing. They just need more time. God, our detectives are terrible, aren't they? Anyway, we've just ended day 26 finally. And it looks like the Sands and the Vargas are all tied up, which is where we wanted them. God damn it. Okay, well, nobody died. There's plenty of opportunities for people to die, but nobody did actually die, which is a good thing. So we'll be back next time for some more, where we'll hopefully get to day 28 and see how this whole gang war ends. I'm not sure if I'm doing well or not. I don't know how, on average, how long people last in this game or whatever. But I seem to think that you get to a point where the game just ends. And if you're really lucky and you play it really well, you get to the end. But I think there's a lot of different ways that you can die along the way, sort of thing. So we'll have to see. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow for some more with Shift A, where we're getting salary from a woman who was killed in the line of duty, and we haven't declared her dead. I don't know if that causes your other officers to get very upset. I would imagine it would if they found out, but hopefully they don't find out, so we'll have to see. But anyway, as usual, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time!